So welcome to this session. I'm going to be facilitating this session, and it's about how do we create intention in uncertain times. So it's a creative imagining, visioning. It's a session that we're really going to try to use visual images to take us into a different space. Okay, and it's very creative. So what I'd like to also say is that yesterday I asked if you could bring some magazines and scissors and Prit, but if you don't have it, please don't stress, because you can also do it on, you can also use computer images. So we will also use Google search if you didn't bring magazines. Okay, so we'll work with that. So what we're going to cover in this session is really how do we connect to ourselves? How do we become relaxed and mindful? And how are we able to creatively imagine what is coming from our inner self, the messages that come from our inner self, and we access through creativity. So we're going to create a collage either with your magazines and your paper with Prit and scissors, or you can also do a virtual collage. So you can do it either way. Okay. And then we might have a little bit of journaling time and just connecting with one other person, and then we'll do a closing round. Okay. So maybe we start with just a quick round of who you are and maybe what museum you're from and what brings you to this session. So do you want to start, Matabaro, since you were here very early and there was no one here?
Okay, my name is Matabaro Ziganira. I'm a research technician at KwaZulu-Natal Museum. We're based in Pietermaritzburg. Yeah, I take care of different collections, from wet to dry collections. And what brought me in this session, I think it's or what can I say? It's a way of escaping and just do something different from what I do on a daily routine. So I don't know what to expect, but I'm just open-minded and excited to do something different.
Lovely. That's a great attitude to come in with. Okay, I'm just looking at who's on my screen. Derek, do you want to go next?
Hi, yes.
Hi.
I'm Derek Holder. I'm from East London Museum here on the coast. I'm the IT administrator, but to stave off boredom when the computers are behaving, I assist with specifically the reference collection for our P5 project that sits here in our museum. I look after the bones that they use for reference when they're busy digging up those little bones that they've got to figure out what's what. But yeah, I'll support, I work with taxidermy and everything. Yeah, I like doing creative things when I'm here. And taxidermy is a very creative sort of part of the museum. So, when they're mounting animals and stuff. Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's me. That's why I chose a creative one.
Thank you. You're welcome. Fred, do you want to go next?
Yes, morning everybody, Chanel, Desiree, Matabaro, and the rest. Can only see the photos for the three of you. Fred Kigozi is my name. I'm based here in King Williamstown at Amatole Museum. I'm the director of the museum. I've been a member of the painting committee since its inception. And for me, being here it's more of an obligation than anything else. So what attracted me to this session, I looked at the headline, and under the circumstances, the prevailing conditions we are going through, I thought this could give me the therapeutic kind of a treat that I need. So that's why I'm here, and I'm open-minded, as Matabaro says. So I'm just looking forward to what comes out of this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, Fred. Let's move on to Griffiths. Would you like to share your name and what brings you to the session? I'm not sure if Griffiths can hear us and you're still on mute. Okay. Let's move to Michelle. Michelle, would you like to just share your name and what brings you to the session?
Because I see that she's put in the chat that she has some visual problems, so she'll share in the chat.
Okay, okay, that's fine. That's fine. No worries. Okay. Okay, and Griffiths is too shy. All right. And then we've got Winston. Would you like to go, Winston? Hi.
Hi, Desiree. Hi, everybody. Hi, colleagues. My name is Winston Woodenberg. I'm a scientist at the KZN Herbarium in Durban. And what brings me to this session? Well, out of all the parallel sessions, the title intrigued me. Creative Intentions in Uncertain Times. So I'm hoping to learn something that can be applied during these uncertain times in the pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, great. Wonderful. Right. So I think that covers who's in the group. And please, if you feel shy, you can always go into the chat. There is no pressure here at all to do anything that you don't feel comfortable doing. So maybe I can just share a little bit about how, about this session. So last year, when the pandemic hit and we went into lockdown, I started a self-care group with some colleagues and friends, and we did a lot of work on how do we stay sane, first of all, how do we stay healthy, and what are some of the creative things that we can do to actually keep our minds focused and keep moving forward, keep being in the present, as well as thinking about what is coming, and to also not allow all the negativity to overwhelm us. So one of the offerings that we did was to do some creative intention setting, and using this kind of collage making approach is quite an interesting way in, because it taps into something that is not at a very head level, but more at a heart level. So that's what we're going to try and do in this session. So we're going to start off with some breathing and relaxation. And I'm really just going to talk you through it. You can close your eyes. I'm going to play some music, and I'm just going to let you breathe in and out for like just maybe 3 minutes or so. So if you can just sit and be relaxed, rest your hands on your lap and try to, not be closing your fists or holding onto anything, but really just feet on the ground, on the floor, not crossing your legs or crossing your hands, but just sitting in a very relaxed position. And then I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and I'm really going to talk you through it. And you don't have to close your eyes if you don't feel comfortable. You can just keep your eyes looking down, and that's also fine. The reason why I ask you to close your eyes is because it will help you with the visualization and also not to have any distractions. Okay, so I'm going to play some music on my phone just so that we're not needing to navigate too much technology. And then I'm just going to take you through some breathing. Okay, so hopefully, can you all hear that? So I want you to breathe in, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Take another deep breath in through your nose and count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take another deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax your shoulders, relax all your muscles, relax everything, every part of your body. And let's do one more breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And so from the place of deep relaxation, I would like you to imagine yourself in your favorite place. And this can be any place that you love, a place where you feel completely at peace, and a place where you are completely relaxed. No distractions at all. And just take it all in. Maybe it's a place that you are walking. Maybe it's a place that you are lying down or sitting. Or maybe something else. Just imagine and be and visualize that place. So very slowly, I'm going to bring you back. Sorry to interrupt. And I want you to just feel your fingers. If your hands are resting, just feel the fabric of your clothing. And slowly open your eyes. Slowly. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And just focus on some point in the room and slowly come back to where we are. Okay, so from that place of beauty that you saw, I'd like you to now, take this feeling of peace that you have, this feeling of relaxation, and this feeling of complete no distractions. And from that place, I'm going to ask you to move into the creative mind, into the creative heart space. So if you can see on the screen, I'm going to ask you to, think of some images. If you're going to use Google, you're going to search for some images and you will have to maybe put a word in to search, and really don't overthink it. If you have magazines in front of you, I'm going to ask you to start paging through the magazines and tear out the images that you are drawn to. And these images can be anything at all. They can be nature, they can just be colors or shapes. They can be completely, an image that doesn't have anything specific, but you just feel drawn to it. The color, the shape. And some people say they look at the magazines upside down so you don't get distracted. Okay. And then you're going to tear out some images that you feel you are drawn to and make a pile of images next to you. So this is not looking for things that you want in life. So it's not a vision board. It's more of a creative search for what is drawing you, what is attracting you, what images are really jumping out at you and wanting you to take it. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to do that now for the next, say 10 or so minutes. Okay, and once you have your images, then I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with them. Okay, so are there any questions at this stage? You're all good? Okay, so I'm going to leave you now to find your images, and you're going to just make a pile, or if you're online, you're going to save those images into a place, and or maybe you're just going to cut and paste them into a PowerPoint slide or on a Word document. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you what to do next. Maybe I can just share with you the next step, just so that you know what's coming next. Once you have a pile of images, you're going to choose a few. And then you're going to cut them out, and you're going to either place them on the page, or you're going to do a virtual grouping, cutting and pasting collage. Okay, so that's basically what you're going to do. And I'll share with you an example of some that I've made. You can also do word images, or just images. Okay, so that's my one that I did with a word image. So sometimes words can jump out at you, or you can just do a pure image collage. So you can see, you know, these images can be anything. They can be people, they can be nature, they can be other kinds of images, colors, shapes. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'll leave you for about 10 to 15 minutes to start finding your images. Okay. I'm here. I'll just put my video off, but I am here. And if there are any questions, you can just ask me. Are you all good? I like your picture of you cutting out your images, Derek. Okay, so you just have a few minutes left, and hopefully you have something that you've put together. So either a virtual collection of images in a collage on a slide or A4 page Word document, or you've got it on your A3 page or A4 page. And it's fine if it's not stuck down. You can still move it around as well. And you can always do the sticking down later. But what I want you to do now is just to somehow finalize, you know, your images on the page and just sort of put them together. It's not an art piece, so this is not about creating something that's artistic. It's just getting it out there and, you know, putting your images together. And just spread it out on your page in some way. Doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe you've got some words in there that you've cut out. I see you can also tear. Derek was tearing, that's fine. You can also tear. So I'll just give you 2 minutes to finalize your collage. Okay, so you should have something that looks, you know, something like that or something like that. Obviously, everyone's is different. Sometimes you might even just have 3 images, or some people just have 1 powerful images or 2, you know. You don't have to, there's no rules about how many images you should have. It's the ones that call to you and attract you and, you know, wants to be there. Let's put it that way. Okay. So 1 minute left to finalize. You can still obviously finalize more later, but for this session, just going to ask you to come to some closure. Okay. So let me just check in with you before we move on. The next part of this process is to do some journaling on your image. But can I just hear from you, how was that? Was it easy? Was it difficult? How did you feel as you were doing it? Chanel, you participating as well, right? Okay. So please just say how it was for you.
I think I felt quite relaxed after coming out of that meditation part. So it was easy for me. I just went on Google and searched for images of a bed because my bed is really restorative and I like it. But other images as well, it was relaxing going.
Okay, lovely.
Looking for something.
Okay, great.
And I was comment.
Yes.
Yeah, let me comment. It was easy for me because one is I know what I want. I know the void I have. I know what I'm longing at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm to identify. Coincidental, I think I used one of the commercial brokers for games. So I knew what I want at the moment. That it's the void in my life at the moment. So it was very easy to put together. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, good. Anyone else? How was it for you to create this collage?
Well, for me, I must say that the only place where I can fully relax and it's the garden.
Okay.
And it's very specific because it has to have certain features.
Yes.
It has to have water. I need to see clean, crystal clear water. It could be a river, it could be a lake, or any of its kind.
Okay.
It has to have mountains and forests, extremely tall trees, and all vegetation of any kind. I don't have to see any animal to make me nervous, but it should have all green and water and mountains and rocks, all natural things, which wouldn't make anyone nervous. If I can be in that
Yes.
place, that's paradise for me.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Good. Okay, great. Okay, so I think from that sort of place of relaxation and just this kind of artistic, creative, you know what you want mode, I'm going to ask you to now look at your collage and make some notes. So just write down, looking at my collage, I feel what these images are saying to me. What is the meaning I'm making about the colors, the forms, you know, the pictures, and what is this about for you? And then something that is standing out for you when you look at them all together as a whole. And you can also then write, what are you surprised by? So is anything surprising you in your in your collage? Okay. So I'll just give you like a few minutes for that. 5 minutes. Okay, so if you can bring your journaling to a close. And then we can move to the next part of this exercise. Okay, so what we will do now is we're going to divide into groups, and we'll do this for 15 minutes. So there'll be one group of 3 and 2 groups of 2, so 2 pairs and 1 group of 3. And so in your group, you're going to share what has emerged from your journaling, and only share what you feel comfortable sharing. If you want to show your picture, you can, but you can also just speak to it. And then your partner is going to listen actively and really try to understand what it is that's coming through in what you're sharing. So your partner is going to listen for what are the facts? What am I hearing this person saying? What is the emotion that you are picking up from what they're saying? And then what do you think is the intention that's coming through? What's actually behind what they're saying? The intention and the energy that's coming through. Okay. And so you can also say, tell me more about, or, you know, if you feel you need more information, then you will mirror back to the person. This is what I heard you say at the head, the facts level. I heard you say that, the feeling that I'm picking up from you, and the intention I'm getting from behind what you're saying. Okay. And then you'll swap, and then the other person will have a chance to share, and then you then become the listener. Okay. So we're going to do some listening to each other and just reflecting back what we're hearing from the other person. So we'll have in the group of 3, I think we'll just get one person to reflect back. Okay, we won't have time for all. So 15 minutes in small groups, and then we'll come back just, I think, on 5-2. Okay, Chanel? So you can put us into groups.
Okay, I'm opening rooms now.
So just join the breakout room. You can just click join, and then you'll find yourself in a small group.
Griffiths, do you want to join a group?
Sorry? Okay, there.
Oh, he went. Okay, I'll go join him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Chanel, so I will, can I bring you back? Can I do the closing? Okay. Hi, Fred.
Hello, Desiree.
Okay, I'm just waiting for your colleagues to come back.
We're back.
Oh, is everyone back? Okay, sorry, I just wasn't seeing you on the screen. Okay, great. So welcome back. So we have just 5 minutes to really hear from you. What is the session revealed for you? And maybe you want to also say, yeah, how was it for you? Okay, so whoever feels comfortable and ready, you can go.
I'll say something. It was interesting. Winston and I, we sort of interpreted things similarly. Like, that was interesting. I wasn't sure what the color choices meant, like, but Winston and I, well, Winston first noticed it, and I agree with him, is that we tended to choose our color clothes are the same as the colors we chose for the actual collage, which was weird and interesting at the same time. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Cool.
Someone else wants
Great.
to say something?
Thanks, Derek. Okay, anyone else? How was it for you? What did it reveal to you? Okay, Michelle said our session was about finding your inner peace. Thanks, Michelle. Okay, others?
So I think I was with Griffiths in a group, and I think it just revealed what you learn new things about people that you didn't know. And I enjoyed Griffiths' collage to see what he loves and what lies close to his heart. And yeah, he has a farm, and it was just nice seeing the photos.
Beautiful.
Thanks for sharing, Griffiths.
Okay, thanks, Chanel. Great. Others? Anything else that came through both in your own? Yeah.
For us, I think the session was good in the sense that it gave us a platform to put out our feelings. And so which probably may not have been the case. And in this sense, of course, as Michelle has pointed out, it was generally revolving around inner peace. So, you know, when you get opportunity to put your feelings in words, it's therapeutic. It gives a healing effect one way or another. So I think that was very good for us. I think as well.
Thank you. Great. Thanks, Fred. Yes, I think that's an important thing, because often in workplace settings, we don't get to share our feelings. And I think for me, using a creative mode also allows you to get in touch and to express. So even if you don't want to ask people how they feel, you can ask them to do some collage work or show in a picture, you know, choose a picture and tell us why you chose it. And then, you know, that also opens that space up. Okay, others? Anybody else want to share? Winston, Matabaro?
Yes, I'd like to say, okay. I think what I learned from this session is that, as you're saying, I mean, it is not very common, even before COVID, for people to just, at workplace especially, for people to kind of connect intimately, the way we've just had this session, where we've just opened up to each other and empty ourselves. And by so doing, you kind of funnel yourself into the way, because you kind of have that space of freedom to express how you feel. And whatever worries or whatever wish you like to see in the world or within yourself, I think this platform just open up and allow us to just throw it out. And I think it's very important, because now with COVID, we don't even meet, we don't even talk to each other.
Yes.
Well, we
Yes,
still do
that's true.
sometimes if you meet someone.
Yeah.
But those tea rooms, meetings, and stuff like that, or lunchtime where you meet and talk with someone, yeah, you don't have to. And if you do, there's to be 2 meter distance, and you like,
Yes.
and it's kind of psychological. It's kind of even destroyed us. I mean, because I mean, I think on average, I'm a friendly person. I mean, I can be on the queue somewhere at the bank or in the store, and I'll start talking to someone, and then just talk to something about general stuff. But now with COVID, if someone is behind me very close, and then all of a sudden my heart starts beating fast, and like, why this person is so close to me? So it's kind of, and then I ask myself, why am I feeling this way? Or maybe I shouldn't be close to this person, or maybe I shouldn't speak to this person, because if I try to,
Yeah.
they're the one running away from me.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it is kind of,
Yes.
it's kind of
Yeah.
steal from us that sense of being a human. And
That's
for
true.
me, I'm blessed because I have a family. I can go home and play with my children and talk to my wife. But then I think about people who don't have that. Maybe you only have a pet, or you don't have anyone, you live by yourself. Then who do you speak to? What do you do?
Yeah.
How do you? So
Sure.
it's kind of difficult. So this session kind of break down that sense of I don't know, loneliness, or I don't know, those kind of things where you can just open yourself, and you don't have to fear or worry about talking to this person. They can infect me with COVID, or they can judge me, or all these things. Yeah. So
Yes. Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you, Desiree.
Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing. Winston and Griffiths, we will be closing in about a minute. So I just want to check. Thanks, Matabaro. Anybody else want to share?
Okay, just briefly, what the session has revealed to me in particular is what makes me feel relaxed, what makes me feel good, what's my happy place, and that is the beach. The beach. So in my collage, I had pictures of the beach, the ocean, also the forest. So like a tropical forest, being in a cool forest makes me feel good, makes me feel relaxed. And then now that Matabaro's spoken, it also made me realize that, you know, when we in lockdown, you know, if we're in lockdown for a long time, we can't go to those places. And so, but being mindful of those places, meditating, thinking about those places can also have a similar effect of relaxing you, hearing the sounds of the ocean, the sounds of running water, thinking about being in the forest, can also have those same calming effects. And also the colors. So I also realized that the color scheme might also have an effect of, you know, relaxing you and things like that. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Winston. Griffiths, anything from your side? I know Michelle is put in the chat. Yeah. Okay. You good, Griffiths? So how did you find the session? How was it for you? No pressure. Okay. Good. Okay. Right. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining. It was really good being with all of you. And I hope that you'll use this approach as you go forward. You can also message me if you want the PowerPoint slide. So I'll just send you my email address. It's DesireePaulson@gmail.com, and I can send you the slides. But I hope you use it going forward. Okay, so we'll have a break now, and I think we're back at 15:15. Is that right, Chanel? Okay,
Yes.
so you will leave now and join the main room again. Join the link that you used this morning. Okay. Thanks, everyone. All the best.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Desiree.
Bye.
Thanks, colleagues.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks, Michelle. Okay, you can leave this room and join the other room. Okay. Thanks, Griffiths. Okay, Chanel, I'm also going to leave. I'm just going to grab a cup of tea. Okay.
Okay, see you, Nana.
All right,
Okay,
see you.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.